Good morning. This video will be a walkthrough of stock movement from multiple levels of warehouse into final location, which is retail stores. As stock is moved from larger distribution centers to smaller warehouses, stock is also demonstrated to be unpacked from larger packed quantities to smaller pieces. Some setup is also demonstrated to achieve the movement scenarios. The site's setup is to simulate the scenarios of warehouses. The level setup is from larger to smaller, which is from factory to regional warehouse, local warehouse, and retail shops. For factory, we will set it to manufacturing type. For regional warehouse, we set it to type, purchase, and stock. We assume this regional site makes purchasing decision as well, in addition to being a storage site. For local warehouses, we only set storage site. The stock movement will begin in factory, where goods are manufactured and packaged in pallets. Pallets are moved then to the regional warehouse. In regional warehouse, goods are only stored at pallet sizes. As it moves along the supply chain to local warehouses and retail stores, items are unpacked to smaller packing sizes, which are pallet, layer, carton, inner pack, and pieces. Items are sold to end users at retail stores at piece size. We first set up packing sizes in unit of measure screen. We are creating unit of measure with type packing. The smallest unit of measure, which is the pieces, are set up as type unit. We can have two types of storage, which is dedicated and shared. Dedicated is where a location is dedicated to one type of stock only. In real-life scenario, this type of location is used for popular products or highly peaked stock. Therefore, these stocks are placed at fixed areas, normally at most accessible for fast picking and fulfillment. Being fixed is also easy for workers to remember the location. Shared locations are locations which are not fixed, and certain stocks is placed at any empty locations which are available at one point in time. This type of location is advantageous in order to utilize all available spaces. However, using this method, you will need warehouse system to keep track of stock. Compared to the dedicated storage type, shared locations better utilizes space, as dedicated locations sometimes are empty because of non-usage. At the regional distribution warehouse, to define a dedicated type of location, at location category we select internal and dedicated. For shared type of location, we leave the dedicated checkbox unchecked. For location formats, we will specify 5 levels, which are Warehouse AA, Zone B, Aisles CC, Shelf D, and Bin EE. At the unit of measure, we can specify the UOM which are acceptable in these locations. For example, at regional distribution warehouse level, we can specify that all stock are stored at pallets units. The other unit of measure we allow in the other location types are for local warehouse, pallet, inner pack, carton. For retail stores, inner pack, carton, and pieces. Notice at retail stores, pallet unit of measure does not exist. Neither do regional distribution centers have any units at pieces level, which is a type of control by unit of measure. For retail stores, the settings we define is a 3-level location format, which is aisles A, shelf B, and bin CC. Locations type will be dedicated and unit of measure is inner pack, carton, pieces. The first transaction we will do is a miscellaneous receipt into factory side to simulate a stock in from the production floor. We will use the shortcut key GESSMR. We will simulate an in quantity of 10 pallets of laptops produced. Price is 1 million. Unit of measure pallet. The next step is to move 10 pallets from factory side to regional distribution center. We will be using the intersite transfer function. After keying in the stock site and product, we click on the left side of the screen and select Stock Selection. You will be able to see lot L17000036. We move to check the box. Then you will see that line appear on the stock lines in the central screen. We maximize the screen to see the details of the transaction. In summary, it will be pallet from location factory to pallet unit in location regional distribution center. We put it to the dedicated location. So far we have seen stock being transferred from one location to the other without any change of UOM or unpacking. Next, as we move it from regional warehouse to local warehouse, we will unpack the pallet to carton quantity to be stored in local warehouse. Here we are trying to change the UOM from palette to layer. When we try to search for a location for a layer, it is found out that this quantity does not exist. Therefore, system is not able to suggest a location for it. So we change the packing to carton, and we're able to find the location for it. This is one of the controls set at the location type. And finally, we will transfer stock from local warehouse to retail stores. Quantity in retail store will be stored in pieces. Time to wrap up. From these screencasts, you have observed the movement of stock from multiple warehouses to retail stores. You have also observed the unpacking of different unit of measures in different locations. This is to simulate the different packing sizes which are stocked in different locations. You have also learned about the settings which impact stock movement, such as location types, unit of measure screens, and different types of location which is dedicated and shared. Thank you.